randomly selecting anonymous sex ed questions from students to answer. I usually save and store the majority of them right here. These are high school, these are middle school. Let's see. Biggest schlong you've experienced. Let's pick another one. Okay, is it consentful? I think they meant consensual. If a woman says she's on birth control, but she's actually not when people have sex. Great question. No, it's not consensual. Partners should talk openly and honestly about safer sex before they have sex. That's practicing informed consent so you can make decisions for yourself and set boundaries. Telling your partner you're on birth control when you're actually not is problematic because you're putting your partner under the illusion that they're practicing safer sex and preventing pregnancy. In a way, it's taking away their bodily autonomy. This can also be reproductive coercion, which is a form of power and control or abuse. Examples of reproductive coercion include refusing to use a condom or birth control, breaking or removing a condom during intercourse, which is known as stealthing, forcing your partner to get an abortion or preventing them from getting one, lying about your birth control methods, like lying about having a vasectomy or lying about being on the pill, refusing to pull out if that's the agreed upon method of birth control, or purposely trying to pass on a sexually transmitted infection. Let's do another one. Okay. Is sex awkward? It can be. Things don't always go smoothly, especially when you're getting familiar with a person's sexual preferences, desires, and boundaries. But it's okay if things are awkward. Sometimes it's just like that. Still try your best to talk things through and be honest about what you need and don't want. Let's try one from the front. Oops, okay. Let's see. Is putting icy hot on my balls and shaft dangerous? In general, it's best to keep icy hot away from the genitals. These areas are sensitive and icy hot can cause irritation. And then the second part of the question says, what happens if you lose an internal condom inside of yourself? Well, if it's in the vagina, then you just get your fingers in there and you fish it out. But if it's in the anus, then you need to relax completely and then you try to do the same thing. Otherwise, you have to go to the doctor. Can you suck dick with braces? I don't see why not. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I think you just have to be careful and you might get tired quicker because you have to put your lips over the braces to, protect everything. But yeah, just be careful and communicate with your partner. Last one. Too many. Let me just choose one. It says, are you supposed to get tested for STIs every time you have sex? It's honestly up to you. But if you're changing your sexual partners pretty often, it's a good practice to get a full STI screening after each partner. And then the CDC recommends getting tested at least once a year for syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and HIV. And those who have multiple partners should get tested more frequently, like every 3 to 6 months. I think these were some pretty good questions, except for the first one.